Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to get to be here tonight. Thank you so much for taking the time out to join me on our second Destination Designer video training. Forgive the hoarse voice. The cold from 2 weeks ago left and it found me again. So apparently I wasn't running far enough and fast enough away from it for that. So I'm so excited to get to be here with you tonight and share with you a little bit of my new and improved hostess coaching with nowadays. I love how Melissa Terrell talks about nowadays. Share with you some ideas for that. So I'm going to warn you, it's going to sound a little bit like work, which I know none of you are afraid of. And as even as I put this shirt on today, this is actually the top that I wore the first time I got to meet Andrew and Lily. And it was a little walk down memory lane as I realized, even as I was preparing this training for you guys, and how it does tend to seem like work, yet reminding yourself why you're doing what you're doing, and that the work has meaning and purpose and allows you to do what you do. And so anyway, so forgive the no jewelry. I spiffied up for you with some earrings and the glasses so you can't tell I don't have any eye makeup on this fabulous Sunday night in October. So let's talk about hostess coaching, working with those hostesses. I think especially nowadays, as Melissa Terrell would say, we need to be extra aware that we don't freak them out. I know my melancholies and cholerics, you guys like your 50-point checklist, and I'll be honest, for years I had a 50-point checklist. I narrowed it down to about 25 points, and now I've just pretty much tossed it out the window. In working with each hostess, and as opposed to this hostess regime you put them through, and some of your hostesses make it all the way to the end. Some of them last halfway and then bail out on you. Some of them get almost to the finish line and give up, kind of thing. We need to be aware and sensitive. And the better we know those hostesses, the better are we able to coach them and work with them. There's hostesses out there that are ready to knock that show out of the park. And there's those hostesses that if we can just get her up to the plate, to actually have the party, we'll be doing well. And I don't know about you, of course my goal is to knock each party out of the park, but for some of those hostesses, if she's a little gun shy, if she's had some failed shows in the past, or never been willing or confident enough to have a show at all, that we're just even by getting her to host a show for us. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather have even a small party than no party at all. So let me talk you through what I've been doing with my hostesses. Hopefully, if there's 40,000 jewelers and about 39,999 different ways to hostess coach. So take what will work for you, toss out the rest, or save it for later in your premier business when what you're doing isn't working. And that's when you know cancellation after cancellation, unless it's some really valid reasons, and you know what I mean by valid. I've had hostesses do parties even when the kids were sick. She wanted it to happen. The connection she felt with me was strong enough. She had so much forward momentum on the party. We did it anyway. Aside from her being in the hospital herself, the party's going to go through. So the better you can build that connection with your hostess, the more likely she is to have that party with you. And every party from now on. And that is the biggest key to remember when you're working with your hostesses. We're not talking about this show. We're talking about every show from here on out. If she feels that connection with you, feels that you were a team with her, and feels successful, she's never going to have another party with somebody else. Well, jewelry party anyway. She's going to keep coming back to you, and absolutely every year when you call her again, she's going to want to get back on your calendar. So we're not talking about just this show, we're talking about every show to come. So even as you look at the list of times that you're going to connect with her, and I have 8 different connection points with my hostesses. And I can tell the ones that like you, there's some hostesses that just because of life, there's some steps that get skipped and that connection isn't as strong, the party isn't as great, the rebooking option isn't there. And I kick myself every time with that. So without further ado, are you ready? Connection point number 1 is when you're actually at the party with her. You're setting that date for her show. I do give her the hostess packet there. I know there's those of you who don't, but that is something that I just, in the event life gets out of control and I miss connecting with her to get her that hostess packet, I know she's got it and we can at least go over it on the phone. So I just use the Premier Hostess packet, nothing magical. I love that it looks professional. I am professional. I want to give a professional image as well as that. I include, I'm so simple here, a sheet of labels if she does want me to send out invitations for her, and then 4 order forms. So I've even stopped making photocopies. I've just decided I hate keeping inventory, and I don't even want to keep inventory of my outside orders stuff. Is that okay? Throw those in there. They're 5 cents a piece, you guys. So even if she doesn't use them, it's really, you're not out a lot on that. And again, it looks professional as well. And then I put 2 copies of the catalog in here as well with that. On the front, I include her name, the date of her party, and the date her guest list is due to me. And I ask her, would you like me to send the invitations out for you? Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, I say, one of the things I love to do for my hostesses is send out the invitations for them. Would you like me to do that for you? And letting her know on that. And then I usually put the date for the guest list within 2 weeks of her booking, even if the show's 3-4 months out. And I let her know, Susie, that's just the brunt of the work for your show. Let's get it done while you're excited about it, and then you don't even have to think about it. And of course, I'll be in touch with you before I actually send anything out in the mail to them. And I will tell you, if I have a guest list from her, 99.9% that show holds. So that is key. Now, if she has already kind of freaking out about that, don't push it. There is no reason to push that guest list at all. Just know that you're going to need to work with her even more, making sure you're staying in touch with her even better and not missing a single one of these points if you don't get that guest list from her. So I send this home with her. Within the next 48 hours, this is critical, I send her an email with a confirmation letter. Now I've actually even worked to like simplify this even more. You don't want them to have to read too much. I hate to dumb it down for my hostesses. Remember, it is something fun for her to do. It's your job, but it's something fun for her to do. And the instant it starts looking unfun, she's going to cancel on you. So keeping it fun and simple, and I've even been inspired to cut this down even more with that. I confirm the date of her party with the time that we set and confirm when her guest list is due, unless she said no on sending me the guest list for that. This is critical. I email this out unless she's the gal that's told me she doesn't do email. Then I will call her or snail mail her this or text her to get a confirmation. That show is literally just penciled in until you get a confirmation back from her. Kind of like the next morning, it's like, oh gosh, I regretted doing that. I don't want to do it. I would rather know now that that primo November date isn't going to work from her than 2 weeks before that date for that. So, and then knowing if you need to encourage her and it's going to be fine on that. So some kind of confirmation to check in with her. That is your second point of contact. Then you're going to get that guest list back from her. And I either text her, email her, or call her, depending on what her primary method of communication is. And that's something I've just started writing in my calendar. I ask her when we book the party, what's the best way to get in touch with you? Phone, email, text. And 99% of them say text. And I love that because it's a quick little, hey, I got your guest list. Thank you so much. Can't wait for your party. Boom, quick and easy. They typically respond right back to you, and I love the text messaging as well. I'll give them that. Then the fourth contact is 4 to 5 weeks before her show, getting in touch with her to hostess coach her. Now, never call it hostess coaching, and I in my head have renamed it to hostess relationship building because that sounds like a lot more fun than getting coached. But a chance to get to meet with her. I love to meet with her in person. That is ideal. Let's share a cup of coffee. If I can go to her home, meet her at work. I typically don't try to do it over a meal because I found trying to eat and talk. I'm just not that gracious. Just not that skilled at talking and eating at the same time. Anyway, so trying to plan it not over a meal has been ideal for me. But trying to get together with her and one more time to meet her face to face. I know A lot of times it happens where it's over the phone, and that's not the end of the world, but no, you are not going to have her undivided attention. How many of you on the phone and you're doing the laundry, you're changing the baby's diapers, you're doing the dishes, where when you're meeting with her and the eye contact and the one-on-one with her, and then I'm just walking them through how to have a great home show and teaching them how to earn all four of the bonuses. That's the home hostess coaching. We're meeting her in person, really just getting to know her. Oh my gosh, your home is so beautiful. I can't wait to have the party here. It sets you up as a whole nother level of serious about your business. This isn't just a fly-by-night thing for you, kind of thing. Now, that said, if she's a busy girl, she could freak out a little bit about you trying to meet with her. So again, be very sensitive to that. It is not a must do. It is definitely the express train to success though with Premier. And certainly if you're trying to build your Premier team, which each one of you on the Destination Designer calls Destination Disney, you guys are building your team. And right there, building that relationship with her, you're going to be able to see the needs she has in her life and be able to answer that question in Premier could meet one of those needs with that. So connecting with her about setting the date for the hostess coaching, excuse me, and then hostess coaching her at least 3 weeks before her party, even if it means a time on the phone, and setting the time to do that on the phone with her. Hey, I need about 20 minutes of your time. Let's just walk through how to have a great party. On the phone, even if you need to do that. So, but as opposed to, hey, do you have a minute? Let me walk through. It does help if she knows that and she's anticipating that call with you in just a 20 minutes. And even if you meet her in person, keeping it nice and short. She's got a busy life and has things to attend to as well. So that's your fourth contact is setting the date for that. Your fifth contact is actually meeting her. Your sixth contact is 2 weeks before the show to let her know you've mailed out all the invitations for that. And I will tell you guys, I love mailing their invitations and I love mailing something. I think, again, that sets the party up another level as opposed to her just calling or they don't call her Facebooking or texting or even inviting people to her party. There is something really awesome about getting an invitation in the mail. And I have even gone to sending out the mini catalog. I love our new mini catalog. And I can even add this little invitation to the Facebook page as well. Just a little with the date, a little time, whatnot, setting this up for a great party. Something I'll even do if she's told me that she doesn't have a lot of people that she can invite. I'll put a little coupon on there. Bring a friend, get $10 off your order. That it's right there on that mini invitation. Typically, with my Christmas around the corner, I'll do can't make the party. Order 3 items. Your fourth is half price, kind of thing on here. Especially with November and making a big deal about the November customer special on the invitation, kind of thing, or on the front. Spend $75, get any item $50 or less for only $5. So make a big deal about that too, and that's going to up her outside orders, and she's going to love you for it as well as you loving it too. And then I either put it in the, I love the animal print envelopes. This comes in the mail. Oh my goodness, this is the first thing you open, right guys? How exciting. Nobody gets personal mail anymore. Or putting it in the little plastic envelopes. I actually ran out of plastic envelopes. This is my little thank you for coming to the show. I send a little coupon, take $10 off your next order. This is to all my guests that came to the party. A little aside, but even tuck in that little invitation in that plastic envelope right there as well. Although I tend to think, I don't know, I think my favorite is the animal print, just personally for me. There's a little bit of illusion of mystery. What could it be? As opposed to, it kind of looks like a catalog coming in the mail. But hand addressed. I don't know. Anyway. All right. Or worst case, oh my goodness, don't wait for your Premier Incentives order to come in. Just a greeting card envelope from Walmart, $2.50 for a pack of 50. I love that. And it's just a single stamp to send these. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with the postcards either. And I typically give my hostesses some extra postcards just to hand out as well. And worst case, we send out the postcards. But I don't know. I've upped that a little bit lately, and I love it. So, then 2 weeks before the party, you're connecting with her saying, hey, the invitations went out, can't wait. The seventh connection with her is the 1 week out, reminding her when the RSVPs, and I always put an RSVP date by on those invitations, and I make it 5 weeks before the party so she knows who's not going to come. Love all the little tips and tricks in there of the first three guests to RSVP. Yes, they're going to get a special prize, RSVP for a special prize. Period. I'll take, and then of course letting your hostess know most people don't RSVP with that. But I love adding that little extra RSVP for a prize at the party. And then 2 days before her party, just a quick another little check-in. And now again, if text is her primary method of communication, all this is on text for that. Although I like to get a phone call in there of one of those. So your hostess coached her 3 weeks out, and at least the the 1 week or the 48 hours, typically the 48-hour call, I like to be in person to hear her voice. I'm going to be there in 2 days. I would like it if you're there as well. Pep talk. How are things going? How are the outside orders coming? Oh my goodness, most of my hostesses don't get any outside orders till the last 2 days before the party anyway. Just cheering her on with that, reminding her about the $100 bonus or the $25 bonus if she has the $100 in advanced orders with that. The key is being excited. I will tell you personally, I did a party for another party plan, and shaking my head even as I planned the show for May. What was I thinking in May? Oh my goodness, things were spinning out of control. I came this close to canceling on her. The only reason I didn't was because she was so excited about the party and I didn't want to let her down. I had 5 at least texts from her. Jill, I can't wait. I'm so excited to get to meet your friends. I can't wait for your party. Oh my gosh, you picked out the perfect recipe. It was a paper chef party. You picked out the perfect recipe. Oh, I can't wait to make the quick anytime fajitas or 15-minute fajitas or whatever they were. And oh my goodness, I just picked up this great little dessert recipe to share. I'm going to bring this stuff to treat you and your friends too. I could not disappoint that woman. She was so excited about coming to my house and getting to be with me. And she did not care how many people were there. She just wanted to spend time with me. And I truly, genuinely felt that from her. So it's okay to let these hostesses know that you are excited, that you can't wait, that you're so thankful for them. And I think it's okay for them to feel a little guilty to cancel on you. And you know as well as I do, she's going to be so glad she went through with the party, even if things got a little stressful right there at the end, because they probably will. And just cheering her on with that, becoming a partner with her. You guys can do this. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for all the hostesses that you're going to get to bless in these coming months, and they're going to get to bless you and helping you take your family to Disney World. I love you guys. Have a fabulous, fabulous week. Don't forget the OP challenge. So we still have 10 days, the 22nd, 10 days left in this contest. Hey, I'm in a contest, would you mind? It is okay to backdoor it like that. You need to, all those 10 people that you wrote on your cold list need to have gotten a phone call if they haven't already, girls. Now is the time to plant those seeds, and especially if you expect to have any of them blossom before the end of March. So I love you. Have a fabulous, fabulous couple weeks. Mwah!